There was no reason why DR Congo should not have won that game 3-0. No reason.
And was that Williams'?
No, he made good save. He made good saves.
When will you stop lying?
What is no stop
lying? That we all caused the DR Congo players when we were watching.
He made a mistake, but he still made the save. There was a ball he gave away, and you still have to make the save now.
He made the save, but the DR Congo players do not know where the goal is.
Baba, they play the shot on target. The ball is on target, and you catch the ball. Is it not a save? Do I need to explain it? Is okay? A, B. I need to go take you back to nursery school.
How do you feel about football awards handed out at the conclusion of competitions? We get to discuss all of the awards that were handed out at the 34th Afcon and if they were deserved or not. My name is Judechi Chideze and this is Crossfire, brought to you by Bet Bonanza. Alright, Tunde, we've seen the awards that were handed out by CAF at the Afcon final. Couple of categories. Are there any particular ones you had an issue with?
Oh yes. I don't know. I don't know if because the CAF president is South African, maybe Patrice Motsepe decided that to be patriotic and give Ronwen Williams the goalkeeper of the tournament award. But we all know who the goalkeeper that was most talked about at this tournament was, and it's none other than Stanley Nwabali. We know that Nwabali was the best goalkeeper this time. Let's look. Ronwen Williams, I'm no disrespect to Ronwen Williams. He made all those penalty saves. He also faced DR Congo in the third place game. Objectively, one of the worst footballing teams I've ever seen. And I know Tosin agrees because we watched that game together. The DR Congo players, South Africa were so open at the back, but for whatever reason, the DR Congo players just did not know how to shoot, despite Williams making errors after errors. So these are the context behind when you just come and say, oh, Williams has 5 clean sheets, Nwabali has 4, so he should win. You come and say Williams considered 3 goals, Nwabali considered 4, so he should win. Yes, those are the stats, but this is not the Golden Glove. This is not like the Premier League where whoever has the most clean sheets win. This award is open to reasoning and objectivity, and when you reason beyond the marginal stats which Ronwen Williams versus Nwabali, you know that Nwabali had a better tournament. Nwabali by far faced more difficult teams. He played in the final. That's why he considered 2 goals. Before the final, he only had 2 goals considered. Played in the final, that's when he considered 4 goals in the entire tournament. Look at the amount, the amount of shots faced, the amount of saves made. There's only one winner here, and for me, I feel like Nwabali deserves to feel like he was robbed, in my opinion.
Tosin, we watched Ronwen Williams, his penalty saving abilities, wonderful saves he made at this tournament. Do you totally agree that he did deserve the goalkeeper award?
Yeah, he did deserve the goalkeeper award. I don't know what this one is talking about. Yeah, from a statistical point of view, he had 5 clean sheets. Nwabali had 4 clean sheets. I like Nwabali. Nwabali has been a revelation at this tournament. Like, we've had a goalkeeping issue, we all know. So Nwabali came in and has been like a steady hand. But over the course of 7 games in this tournament, because they both played 7 games, when Williams was better than Nwabali. Nwabali played against Cameroon. Cameroon didn't have a shot on target. That's a fact. You understand? So, like, credit to the Super Eagles defense, and that Super Eagles defense produced the player of the tournament in William Trustekong. Calvin Bassey was solid. A lot of people were talking about how solid Calvin Bassey was, along with Semi Ajayi. So, like, in terms of, like, we played against Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea had 1 shot on target, which was their goal. We played against Guinea. I think those ones also had 1 shot on target. And Ivory Coast in the first group game also struggled. You understand? Ronwen Williams, apart from that, he had more clean sheets. He actually had more to do. At the end of the day, the defensive setup of South Africa is not the same thing with the defensive setup of Nigeria. Joseph Peseiro likes terrorist demonic football, which is fine. You understand? Sit down, pack the balls, put minimum of 7 players behind the ball, which helped in Nwabali in terms of like the chances he had to face. South Africa play much more expansive football. You understand? They take more risks. You understand? And when you take more risks, you are open to chances, you understand, in transition, which means that Ronwen Williams had to make more saves. He had more saves than Nwabali, and despite having more saves, he had more clean sheets. You understand? Look at the game against DR Congo. We watched the game together. So it's not as if we watched the game together. Ronwen, there was no reason why DR Congo should not have won that game 3-0. No reason.
And was that Williams'
No, he made good save. Now.
When will you stop lying?
What is no stop
Just
lying?
that we all cursed the DR Congo players when we were watching.
He made a mistake, but he still made the save. There was a ball he gave away, and you still have to make the save now.
He made the save, but the DR Congo players do not know where the goal is.
Baba, they play the shot on target. The ball is on target, and you catch the ball. Is it not a save? Do I need to explain? Is okay? A, B. I need to go take you back to nursery school. I'm telling you that they played the shot at him, and he made the save. Now you can say the shot is feeble at the end of the day. But Ronwen Williams, for me, and when you look at his own defense, he doesn't have players from Fulham, from West Brom, from POK. All his defense, they are all Mamelodi Sundowns players. They all play in the South African League,
which is an advantage because he also plays for Sundowns.
He too also plays for
Sundowns. So they have an understanding.
So let's
wait. Because they all play for Mamelodi Sundowns, that doesn't mean anything. No. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that when they play shot at team, this Mamelodi Sundowns power will come and save the ball. That's not how it works. Just in case. So he played well. He made crucial saves. You understand? Especially in the round of look at the ball that a lot of people are saying that Ademola Lookman was supposed to score against Ronwen Williams. Look at that ball, and we're now putting the fact that he had 4 penalty saves, which was unprecedented in an Africa Cup of Nations. Yeah, definitely he deserved the goalkeeper of the tournament. Credit to Nwabali.
Guys, let's discuss the player of the tournament award that Nigeria's William Chustekong won. Do you think there could have been other players that could have challenged him for that award?
Of course, it's a tournament. There will be other players that can challenge, but the rightful winner one, you cannot say that anybody was robbed to give William Chustekong the award. And I particularly even like the fact that he won it despite Nigeria not winning the final, because typically the player of the tournament comes from the winning team. I think going back to 2013 when we won and Jonathan Peritopa of Burkina Faso won the player of the tournament. I think also in 2015 the late Christian Atsu won player of the tournament for Ghana, despite the fact that Ghana has not won it in like 44 years now. Just have to remind you of that one. But yeah, for William Chustekong, he deserved it. Played 6 games in this tournament. He was rested for the game-without game. Lots of people forget that. But he played 6 games in this tournament. Every single minute of those 6 games, the captain fantastic of the team scored clutch goals. When I say clutch, I mean clutch goals. He scored the goal from the penalty spot against Ivory Coast to give Nigeria safe passage to the next round, because most people act like they had always seen Nigeria qualifying. When we drew Equatorial Guinea, the vibe was completely negative. Everybody said Nigeria is not going to make it out of this group because we are playing the hostness and we are going to lose. But William Chustekong won us that game, and then fast forward to the game against South Africa, he also scored, the game to the goal that took the game to penalties, because without that goal, we most likely would have lost. So then you look at his goal in the final as well. For a centre back to score 3 goals in 6 games. At a tournament, that's 1 goal every 2 games for a centre back, while also being one of the best defenders at the tournament. I think it was most certainly deserved.
Most certainly deserved. But let's take a look at the host nation. Very instrumental players for their teams. I mean, Tosin, do you think any of those players could have been picked for the player of the tournament award?
Yeah, I thought Frank Kessie should have been the player of the tournament. No disrespect to William Chustekong. And let me even borrow the words of Daniel Amokachi, because I don't know what he was doing at this tournament with his commentary. But he literally said in the final, I'm paraphrasing, that Ekong is doing well because Semi Ajayi and Kevin Bassey are helping him. I'm paraphrasing literally what he said. He didn't even attribute Ekong's success to his physical abilities or his commanding presence or his leadership qualities. He literally said the reason why Ekong has been doing well is because he's partnered with Kevin Bassey and Semi Ajayi. Now, it's much more easier when you play 3 at the back in terms of a centre back. Penalties, if you are the designated penalty taker, you are the designated penalty taker. The only goal he really scored
so penalties are no longer goals.
No, they are goals, but like if you are the penalty taker, you are the penalty taker. What are we going to do about that? But the goal he scored in the final, yeah, credit to him getting. But like, when you look at the Ivory Coast team and what they had to battle to get to that final, you understand? After the disappointment in the group stage, what did Faye do? He took Sangare, he took him to the bench and put a lot of responsibility on Kessie
He actually dropped Kessie for that Senegal game, but I know you don't know.
No,
The story
what
of
is
the
that?
game.
No, what is that? No. He put a lot of responsibility. That was the only game. He put Kessie and he introduced Jim Michael Seri into the starting lineup. And because Jim Michael Seri is a flair player, able to distribute the ball in a mini Javi way, he needed somebody that is an anchor.
Afro Javi.
You understand? Somebody that has the energy. You understand? And Kessie came on, got the penalty to tie the game against Senegal.
Knockouts.
And what did he do? Scored the clutch penalty. Not the ordinary penalty, the one that will send them into the quarterfinals. And throughout the rest of the tournament, he was spectacular. And the comeback against Nigeria was spearheaded against by Kessie. So for me, I felt Kessie should have won it. No disrespect to Ekong. Ekong too deserves it. It's fine. But like I feel the player of the tournament should actually come from the team that wins the competition. And the best player for Cote d'Ivoire at this tournament was Frank Kessie. I felt he should have won the player of the tournament of the Afcon.
Let me bring the question to you guys now. 2 awards causing controversy on today's edition of the show. But let me ask you, who do you feel deserved the awards better? The Player of the Tournament award that was handed over to William Chukwuekong of Nigeria, and of course the Goalkeeper of the Tournament award that was handed over to South Africa's Ronwen Williams. This has been Crossfire, brought to you by Bet Bonanza. High odds, fast payout.